Inspector Jackson of our academy, and the people from the state that set the standards for officers all over the state, to give you an idea what go on at our academy and the caliber of the people that graduate from my academy. Inspector Jackson.
Thank you very much, Chief. Mayor Young, Chief Hart, ladies and gentlemen, it is a fact that the men and women selected to be Detroit police officers are among the finest in the world. Our selection process is thorough. Our training exceeds every current standard. In 1985, new recruits to the Detroit Police Department, on average, had 1.5 years of college. In 1986, they averaged 2 years of college. In 1987, they averaged again over a year of college. I should note that all hiring and training standards in Michigan are set by a state agency, the Michigan Law Enforcement Officers Training Council. Chief William Hart was selected by the governor as one of the 11 council members who sets those standards. Since its inception in 1965, the council has established for Michigan police officers some of the highest selection and training standards in the United States. The Detroit Police Department has met or exceeded those standards in each and every area. Before candidates are admitted to our academy, they must pass the state of Michigan reading and writing examination. These examinations were implemented after several years of research and at considerable state costs. The tests are graded by the state of Michigan. On the first day of each Detroit Academy class, a representative from Lansing is present to ensure our compliance. They examine students' records, test scores, and other data. The state also mandates a training curriculum, which is a 440-hour program. Our academy exceeds that minimum by almost a third. We include training areas beyond the state requirements that Chief Hart considers to be essential to prepare our officers fully for patrol duty in Detroit. The Detroit Police Academy strives to address every foreseeable possibility. It was recently noted that the state of Michigan in their 440-hour program deleted a 2-hour portion titled Courtesy and Ethics. We have not deleted that topic from our training. We recognize the importance of police ethics and courtesy and their relationship to an effective police department. We stress and will continue to stress that our success as a police department is directly associated with the degree of trust and confidence held by the community we serve. Ethical issues are in fact discussed in every class and at every roll call. As a matter of fact, the Police Code of Ethics is recited daily by recruits, and each recruit is required to commit it to memory. My best estimate is in that area alone, we devote 20 hours of the recruits' training time. We also stress ethics and community service in virtually all of our classes and in our entire training program. Upon completion of recruit training, representatives again from Lansing come to our academy to administer the state certification exam to each of our graduates. The exam ensures that our recruits have the knowledge and skills required by the state of Michigan. I personally have never seen this test, and all members of the Detroit Academy are excluded from the room during its administration. Present today is Mr. Patrick Judge, the Chief of the Employment Standards Section of the Law Enforcement Officers Training Council. His council mandates those requirements I just spoke about for applicant training. The Detroit Police Department is in total compliance with all state standards. For example, Mr. Judge's data shows that in 1986 and 87, the performance of Detroit police graduates was consistently at or above the state average. When our police officers leave the academy, they are competently trained and are sensitive to the law enforcement needs of this community. I should note that many suburban and outstate police agencies send their new applicants to Detroit for training. In the last several years, we've trained new recruits from more than 80 suburban departments and outstate, from as far away as Luna Pier and Battle Creek. It was recently stated that our department has no regular in-service training program for people who already work the street. Last year, we conducted over 40 different in-service training programs for Detroit police officers as well as other agencies. The list includes a general in-service training program for street officers and sergeants, training programs for all the certifications that our police officers must annually receive, and many others. We are, for example, to my knowledge, the only department in the state that requires newly promoted sergeants and lieutenants to have college credit before promotion, and they must pass an officer's candidate school as part of the process. Very briefly, I'd like to touch on one other issue that's been mentioned recently: police accreditation. It distorts and is highly hypocritical to criticize the Detroit Police Department for failing to do what not one other agency in the state of Michigan has done. There are almost 600 police agencies in the state. Not one of those agencies is accredited by this private national accrediting institution. It was decided recently by a resolution of the Michigan Chiefs Association and the Michigan Sheriff's Association that for a number of reasons, the national model does not fit our needs in Michigan. Those reasons include loss of local control, certain union problems, many other potential problems. The Michigan Chiefs Association set up a committee that has been working monthly for the last 18 months to develop standards and plans for a Michigan model, as has been done in New York, as has been done in Washington State and a number of other states. We have been working closely with that effort. Approximately 18 months ago, a survey was taken by the Michigan Chiefs of representative chiefs, and 72% indicated that they preferred a Michigan accreditation model. Chief William Hart is one of the 9 chiefs, along with the Director of State Police, who sit on that committee. The very first meeting of that committee took place at the Detroit Police Department at the invitation of Chief Hart. I have with me Mr. Tom Hendrickson, the Executive Director of the Michigan Chiefs Association, Mr. Dale Davis, the Deputy Director of the Michigan Sheriff's Association, who will also speak to certification issues if Chief Hart desires. Mr. Hendrickson and Mr. Davis and Mr. Judge are available for questions, Chief, should you desire.
Okay, thank you very kindly, Inspector. Are there any questions about the question of qualification of the people that graduate from the Detroit Police Academy? By the way, it's the Detroit